welcome back. Sorry for the jump scare of having absolutely no makeup on. I was winding down for the night and decided, I think I want to film a Read With Me for a Week vlog, and so here we are. That's what we're doing right now. Oh wow, hello lighting. It feels kind of weird to start a week reading vlog on a Wednesday, but that's what we're gonna do, and I am nothing if not somebody who just kind of does whatever the heck I want. So here we are, doing a Read With Me for a Week, starting on a Wednesday. We're gonna start this vlog out with finishing Smoke and Scar. I have 18 minutes left in this book, and I am absolutely loving it. I'm hoping this book ends on at least a somewhat happy note, because the last 10% of the book, I felt like my heart was getting ripped out of my chest. So, fingers crossed. Oh no, this character's point of view does not bode well. Wait. What? What? What in the what? Oh my gosh. I did not see that coming at all. That ending was actually crazy. I'm having a hard time deciding if I want to rate this 5 stars or 4.5 stars. I keep going back and forth with it right now. And so I think I'm just gonna put it at 4. There's like a feeling that comes with a 5-star read, and I'm not sure if this one is fully there, but I thoroughly enjoyed this book so much. And so that's why it's like a 4.5 for me at the moment. Maybe that'll change. If I keep thinking about this book for the next few days, I'll probably switch it over to a 5. Wow. Gretchen Powell Fox. Wow. What a great story. You guys need to be picking up Smoke and Scar, because I need to talk about this book with more people. And the second book comes out this fall. So what are we waiting for? I need to take a moment to process what I just finished reading. So we're gonna go make a bowl of popcorn before I start another book, because wow, let's go make popcorn. Popcorn has been made, which means that I am ready to finally sit back down and start another book. I have a few arcs that I need to get to. I had a smaller indie author reach out to me to do an arc review for her debut novel. So I think I'm actually probably gonna read that, because I have to leave a review by August 1st. So I just want to prioritize that, make sure that it's done in time. We're gonna go ahead and hop into that. It is a darker fantasy, which sometimes I have to take breaks in between darker fantasies because the topics can be really heavy. I am liking it so far, and as a debut, I think that it's reading quite well. It's called Over the River. I'm 22% of the way into it already, so I'm gonna see how much farther I can get within the next hour. And for anyone that's ever like, Carly, where's your husband when you're filming all of these vlogs? He's actually doing a Twilight golf round right now, which means more time for me to read. But girlies, marry a golfer, trust me on it. So last night I cut off reading a little bit earlier just because I was feeling exhausted, so I kind of just watched some TV, ate my popcorn, and then went off to bed. I'm starting the morning out though with some more reading while I work out. I'm working out on the bike just because I need something that's just going to be a little bit more low impact. If you happen to hear any noise in the background, it's Little Bear, because my son's out here, so he's watching Little Bear, so I can actually get some time in to work out. The downside of reading books on my Kindle on the Peloton is that it doesn't give me access to any of my arcs. It's only books that are already published. So I'm going to start a different book. It's Ghostsmith. It's the second book in the Bonesmith duology. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start that, read for about 30 minutes. I also got into the worst habit of not reading series back to back. I'm trying to get better about that and only take a week in between reading the next book in a series, which is why I'm finally gonna start Ghostsmith. My bike ride done. I read 26 pages. I'm now gonna probably get in a quick lift and then go about the rest of my day and hopefully get some reading in during lunch. So I'll see you then. is finally the evening, which means I get to sit on the couch for the next couple hours and do nothing but read and relax. And so does Cooper. Like, Mom, wrap up the filming so I can sit here and I can sleep without being bothered by you. I didn't film it, but I did watch K-pop Demon Hunters this afternoon with my son. I've had the worst FOMO. I've seen everybody talking about it on social media, and I was like, I need to watch this movie. In fact, if my eyes look a little puffy, it's because I was crying at the end of it. I cry really easily. It's something I've just learned about myself, okay? And I've accepted it. It's who I am. I'm a crier. But that crying also did kind of take the energy out of me. So for the past hour, I've really just been sitting here on the couch, not doing anything other than just vegging out and staring at my phone. So I'm gonna lock it back in and I'm gonna finally do some reading. I'll be reading Dream by the Shadows. It's an arc. It doesn't come out till August, but I promised one of my other creator friends that I would do a buddy read with them. I'm gonna do that, and I'll chat with you later. The first line of this book is, "In the kingdom of Noctis, to dream was to die." Yo, that first line goes hard. Tell me why I am 5 chapters in and this book is terrifying me in the way that I had to make sure that all my doors were locked, praying nobody walks out of the woods behind my house. Like, this feels like a darker version of One Dark Window. I don't even know, but also kind of like a little bit of a thriller. I'm just a little scared. I'm probably gonna have nightmares tonight. Made a hot coffee for my lunch reading time. Today is such a weird day. It's very gray and cloudy out, but yet it's still 70. So just kind of a weird summer weather day, which called for a hot coffee though, because when it's cloudy out, it makes me think of fall. So a hot coffee was perfect. And I've got to say, this is probably like the best vanilla chai that I've made before. I was actually able to make the little design on top. I've been trying to do that for years. I used to work at a coffee roaster when I first got out of college, and even then I literally could not figure out how to make the artwork with coffee. But don't worry, all these years later, I finally figured it out. I'm going to try to get quite a bit of reading done during my lunchtime because this evening we're going to Morgan Wallen, so I know I'm gonna get 0 pages read this evening. Because apparently he doesn't come on stage until like 9 and performs late into the night, and by the time we drive back down from Seattle, it's gonna be a late one, so your girl's probably gonna be tired and not read it all. I'm gonna keep reading Dream by the Shadows just so I can stay on pace with my buddy read. I'm curious to know how this book is gonna unfold because last night I was talking about how it was actually terrifying me. I felt like I was almost reading a thriller. I was a little freaked out, a little spooky, even the heebie-jeebies a bit. I wonder if that's gonna be like the vibes throughout the rest of the book. Was literally so much fun. My husband and I had an absolute blast, but we didn't get home until 1 a.m. So I'm exhausted. So I got done like right before midnight, and then it's about an hour commute to get home. And then waking up at like 6:30 today, basically only getting like 4.5 hours of sleep. I'm so tired, but it was so worth it. It was so much fun. I don't think Morgan Wallen came on until like 9:15, which is late. I don't know, maybe I'm just starting to get old where I'm like, oh my gosh, 9 p.m. Such a fun way for my husband and I to just get away and have a date night together. Also have to show off the merch because I think it's super cute. It is giving cigarette, which makes sense because that's one of his songs. That's not my thing personally. Still cute though. I'm gonna show off the outfit one more time because I realized I did not get a single video and my outfit. I love any excuse to wear my cowboy boots, and maybe that's just because I'm from Colorado, so I almost feel like I'm tapping in to my homegrown roots every time I wear my cowboy boots. Yesterday though, did not get any more reading in. As soon as I got done with lunch, it just felt like the whole afternoon was go, 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 and so I did not read at all from that point going forward. Today I probably really won't read until the evening hours, just because your girl needs to rest and put some more food in her body that's like nourishing before I can even think about reading right now. I'm gonna go eat some food and bring my soul back into my body and go drink a lot of water. Like liquid IV is just like nonstop happening today. So hey Carly, what's it like to work at home? Well, my son likes to just pull everything out of the drawer while I do stuff, so it's fun. I can hear him. He's over in his room now and he's trying to read his own books. It's actually so cute. Speaking of books, let's do a little reading update, mainly because I just want to procrastinate doing stuff I actually need to get done today, so here we are. I'm about 30% of the way done in each of the books that I'm reading. 2 of the books, Dream by the Shadows and Over the River, are arcs that are coming out in August, and then Ghostsmith is the second and final book in the House of the Dead duology. It's funny because actually now that I'm thinking about it, each of these books falls into the dark fantasy genre. Dream by the Shadows is a dark fantasy. Ghostsmith is a YA fantasy book with a dark fantasy setting and aesthetic. And then Over the River is a dark fairy tale fantasy. Definitely did not plan for all the books to have similar themes when I started reading them, but it works out kind of nice. Ghostsmith is easily going to be one of my favorite duologies that I think I ever read. Enjoying Dream by the Shadows, but there are instances where I've been a little confused with exactly what's going on, but I'm wondering if the author did that intentionally, because dreams are inherently confusing. They are half-truths, they are not honest. So you're left at times wondering, like, why is this happening? Where did this come from? And I'm almost thinking that that's on purpose. At least I'm hoping that's on purpose, because if not, then maybe I'm actually just confused. I'm somebody where I have an idea of the star rating that I'm going to give a book pretty early on, and right now this book is sitting around a 3.5 star rating. A lot can happen in 70% of a book, but that's kind of just the initial feeling that I have at the moment. I also have the same thought towards Over the River. It's around a 3.5 star rating. Ghostsmith, the duology is gonna be like 5 stars. I just already know that I'm so obsessed with it. 3 and above on a star rating is a good rating, and those are books that I would recommend. So before anybody gets a little crazy with star ratings, curious to see if my opinion on these books is going to change here in the next couple of days. The premise of each of these stories is really interesting. That's why I agreed to want to be an ARC reader for 2 of these books anyways, is because the concept of the book sounded really interesting. Now I actually need to go get stuff done. I'm actually so obsessed with this movie right now. It's probably borderline embarrassing. This is my 4th time watching it in a week, so it's so good. So that is how this past week went. Super fun to vlog it. I'm actually heading up to Whidbey Island now and going to vlog my day trip up there with my son. Out of the 3 books that I was reading this past week, I was able to finish one of them, Over the River, and I'm about 70% of the way done with Dream by the Shadows. A bit of a pause from Ghostsmith just so I could really focus on my arcs, especially because Over the River I had to read by the 1st, and then Dream by the Shadows comes out in August, so I just want to prioritize getting that done. Over the River, I ended up giving it a 3.25 star rating. It was good. I think that Taylor did a beautiful job with the writing and exploring healing and regaining your body autonomy. There was just like some little things that I wasn't the biggest fan of. I don't personally care for a lot of pet names in a book and like being very repetitive in that sense. Like a couple other little pieces of the story just didn't work for me. But I think that I'm just in the minority there because a lot of the other reviews are 4 and 5 star ratings. I think it was just a me thing. But as always, I try to be as honest as I possibly can when it comes to ARC reviews. I do have a review of it up on my Goodreads. You guys can always go check out and like read through my actual reviews that I post. Dream by the Shadows, I'm 70% of the way done. It's one of those books that I think would benefit from actually being a little bit longer so that you can expand on certain aspects of the story, where at times it felt a little rushed. I'm curious to see what more of you think once it actually comes out in August. I hope everybody has a great rest of the day, a great week. Hope that everybody's July was incredible, and I cannot wait to see you guys all next month. All right, see ya.